advantage it is. I'm saying like specifically when the person is knocked pretty far. Make sure that if you're gonna like jump to go get them, or whatever, make sure that you wait to try and get near them to when you actually can. Because like I've noticed that you're doing this sometimes, that I'll do it. Like you'll hit the person really high up, but then you start jumping already. But then like by the time you've already jumped as high as you possibly can with your jump and your double jump.
When you're drifting in.
Exactly, just about the time when you could reach me, I'm coming down. So keep that in mind. Absolutely. All right. Like the pullback there. You didn't just like jump into me, which is what I wanted with that bear read that I was going for. That. Yeah, staying loose, not just shielding after stuff. Give me more time, less time to catch you. Oh, that was a grab. Come on. Nice air dodge. Air dodge right in the clutch situation. Panicking, just choosing what you have to do to get out of it. Cross up there. Good. All right. That's becoming your specialty. No panic. Like it. Barely. Thank you, Kalos. There's a lot of like balance between when to like overshoot, when to undershoot, when am I going to run after you, when am I not, which I can see that you're aware of as we're playing. But I want to bring that up because I think it's a big factor in a lot of the situations I'm winning where there isn't like an obvious mistake or something from you. Is it's also something that I just think Alu like carries with because of her dash attack and nair in terms of just like Paolo like never has to run back. I feel like she can just stay still, and then if you're gonna stay still, then you better hope that you choose the right defensive option. That's kind of the way it is. But at the same time, it like really forces you to those situations correctly. In that game, what I think you did a great job of, like I guess as I mentioned, as it was happening, a lot of times in disadvantage, you didn't panic. Like you reacted. Like there was a back air that reacted. Like you were just drifting away from me, just not using any of your options unnecessarily. And you saw you drifted away from me, so you just threw out a back air, hit me one of the times, and it was a safe back air, good choice. Also, the neutral air dodge, you were drifting again, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna get hit, but like let me just do it at the like perfect time when I'm not panicking. When yeah, just great options there, and disadvantage for the most part. Yeah, same matchup. Continue. I think your mic cut out for a second.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it did for a minute, but we got it.
All good. Definitely much better on that ledge trapping. Good. Have me for that. Don't let me do that. React to, especially since there's a lot of possibilities, but really get good at reacting to those things. Yep, exactly. That would have completely got me because I was expecting a back air, but not the full commit to like drift off with it, and that's a really good thing to catch people off guard with. Fair is that you're going for. I'm not sure if you're trying to do something else.
It's supposed to be back air.
It's supposed to be, yeah, okay. Make sure you work on that. Like, you don't have to go for it instantly if you don't have it, and if you do have it, then make sure you do it right, I guess. One was really close, actually. Roll. Not just staying still and shielding after you with things anymore. Although, oh, nice. Okay, perfect. I thought you were gonna roll there, so I went for an up smash, but you mixed it up again and just went for another option, another aggressive option, which is good.
No.
There's not much you can do about it. Catch me shielding too. Like I whiffed a fair there. I panicked, tell block, let myself wide open for like a grab. Nice. Ooh, that was so close.
Oh, it's too low. All right.
Happens. Idea that way. Catch me there. Nice.
Oh, that was an accident. Nope.
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, it's tough at that point. You could die to just about anything. Very, very, very good. Like, I don't even have to say it. Your choices speak for themselves. Like in terms of the reward you get for them, and I can just see the way that you're thinking around things. I was particularly impressed that you stay on that ledge too long that time because I should have been punishing like you're holding on for a while, and I was like, all right, let me do that. But you realized at the same time as I did. Or I'm assuming that's why you
Yep.
opted to do something
like,
quicker.
Yeah, I kept doing it, and I was like, okay, well, every time I keep doing this, he catches onto it. So now I feel a little bit more uncomfortable because he probably is noticing it. Now I've done it a few times. Let me switch it up.
That's key. Because even if you get punished for it, if you know, then it's like, all right, I just got to do it quicker. And yeah, like with the dash attacks, you caught onto that. Like little things like that, you always want to up a reflex. It's kind of like a matchup specific thing. Like if I dash attack your shield, for a lot of characters, if like they dash attack your shield, things like that are small I mean, in a way they're big openings, but they're openings that you have to be super ready for. Like you see that move, you don't think you know what to do,
Right.
kind of things. So you want to just, as with everything else, you want to train yourself to be like, all right, I'm gonna focus on like if I see the power like dash tag my shield, I'm gonna remember what that feels like, like and punish
Right.
that. It's a little tricky for Wolf too because at low percents you probably go for a grab, high percents you go for up smash out of shield to be optimal.
Yeah.
Unless you're at ledge and then back throw would kill. But yeah, otherwise you can get with that. And the same thing, like one of the hardest ones to punish in the game is actually Wolf's dash attack. But a lot of times you can still like drop shield dash attack that yourself. Maybe not as Wolf, but like I think Palu could. So that's another like little things like that, just important to remember. Yeah. All right. Go for like a random runoff down air there that people will not be expecting it, but it is very risky. Good.
Oh God.
It's tough for Wolf, but I mean, there were a lot of like little rock paper scissors games that I won there, but um, that's just it's kind of random. It's just like outguess the other person. Nice back here. Out the stock. Good. Just being up tilt. Good. You offered. A lot of people just hold on to ledge there and did Trump back air. I was actually expecting a Trump. I don't know if that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I did practice it for a while, but sometimes like in the middle of a game, it's kind of hard to like.
It's harder on like when there's a character on the ledge. Gamer made some weird video about it. I'm not even sure about the specifics of it, but nice. We do something so you have time to actually get it out as a punish. Nice. Your ledge pressure's gotten so much better. That's a matchup thing. Remember, when you jump from the ledge like that, you still have time to react before you go for that fair.
Oh, okay.
Still say like, "Oh, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea?" Like you have time to on that. That was close. As at that point, it was like I barely caught it, like just in the timing there.
Yeah.
Um, played that game. I made an extra effort to try and win the game because I want to give you everything that you're giving me, you know.
Right, right.
For like specific things, I feel like you know what's going on most of the time. You know, I feel compelled as someone that you're paying to coach to always try and put out some advice. But like, if you're getting it, I don't know if I even need to. I think you'd probably rather just continue playing. But if there any,
Right.
obviously, anytime you have any questions or you want me to like explain more about any situation, I'd be happy to.
Absolutely. Oh Lord, it's crazy. There was like a big storm over here in upstate New York, and so like everything's been crazy.
Yeah, if anything goes wrong with that, I'll obviously understand.
I don't think it will.
With your ledge trapping, although I've mentioned for good reason that it has gotten better, a lot of times now, if you, I mean, obviously you're sort of covering neutral getup because you're going for like nair and F tilt and everything. But once I get away with my neutral getup, you're getting pushed back further and further for kind of no reason. So want to clarify, trying to cover neutral getup and then like drifting back to roll distance with a nair or something is generally good because then you're covering the options.
Yep.
But from there, you're running back more because then it's like, oh, well, I didn't hit him with anything. Like now he's maybe going to run at me and like, but I'm kind of just waiting and kind of just letting you scare yourself out of the pressure situation that I'm in. So every time you throw out like a back air or another F tilt or whatever to try and hit me, you're naturally going to try and probably do a defensive option afterward, even if it's just running away. Mine, and also mix up, even though as good as your ledge trapping for covering neutral get up, retreating to cover roll distance is, mix up sometimes, like if you see that I'm neutral get upping a lot, maybe you like jump around and make it look like you're doing your normal thing and then just kind of like run up to ledge and shield and you can just grab my neutral get up. I say just as if it's easy. It's pretty tight to time it if the person's going to spot dodge, but if I'm doing neutral get up into shield, which I'm conditioned to do since you're going for F tilt and nair like every time, then you're very likely to get a grab there. It is more risky, but you can kind of react to the neutral get up. Like as long as I'm shielding, I'm not instantly going for spot dodge. You have more time, so you can actually react to it. You get it, yeah. So that's just like another thing you can consider.
Okay.
Right. Dash attack. Let me panic there. That spot dodge could have been a big opportunity for you, but you went for the grab because you were like reacting to the same situation that I was. Nice, beautiful. I keep going for the Trump punish there, but you're not letting me trump you.
What?
Because you weren't facing it.
Maybe.
You only like magnet hand to the ledge if you're facing it. Oh. Offstage stuff is always just kind of like that's wolf. I mean, in that position, you do kind of want to respect that option. Like maybe since you still have your double jump, you can kind of like drop down and then like see if I go for something. But at the same time, then maybe I just wait and then read that, and then I could still. It's like I don't know. There's not really a clear answer to that.
Right.
All right. Same matchup. Want to stick with it?
Yes.
And still, like I'm trying to. I always try and look when I'm playing somebody a lot for what would I notice differently if we were doing like a VOD review. And I think there's still like, as I've been kind of hinting at, or in other ways, like a lot of unnecessary whiffs, or like sometimes we kind of like just jump and go for a fair, like even if the fair is like not lined up to hit or whatever. And I don't notice these super clearly as I'm playing because it's not like I'm punishing all of them. But what's probably happening is a lot of these smaller whiffs or smaller commitments that are just like missing me, like I've been saying, are forcing you to like run away or forcing you to shield or just like forcing more defensive options out of you. So even if you're like safe enough where you aren't like directly getting whiff punished for something, just always remember there's always that repercussion for any button you press in some way, and even if it's in your own response to what you're doing.
Right, right.
Perfect.
Oh, that was an accident. Whoops. Oh,
Good. There you would have wanted to retreat with the Nair simply because by the time you were landing with it, I was able to be getting up right at that moment. Full. Mine grabs are like good if you think I'm going to shield, but otherwise use them on reaction to something because they are a big commitment. That directional there is the probably misinput. It's really close. There you go. A little bit late, but you're getting the reaction. Oh, I like the wall jump. Okay, yeah, that one. That's just kind of like you're thinking about a lot of other things, and maybe you could forget that, or just thought
Right.
maybe try to do something a little bit too late. Careful, like you were very good at realizing my shield patterns there, and like you kept going for the grabs on them. Then like I stopped doing it. Although I thought I would have time to like jump over you and hit you, so I didn't get a lot of punches on it. But make sure you realize that I was realizing that as soon as it happened. Like if you're getting away, again, it's always about who you're fighting. If you're fighting like a scrub, you just do the same thing every time. But like you're fighting someone at your level or better, like expect them as soon as that you realize something and it's like been established that you're catching them on it, that like start just waiting and like or look for the next thing they're gonna do, the different option.
Okay.
Then you start like if you grab me a bunch of times for shielding those spots, I'd say generally like maybe just do it until it doesn't work unless you're really confident the other person's going to adapt. It doesn't work, like why doesn't it work? Now I'm jumping, so then you start looking for the jump instead, for example. So now you're just getting too grab happy in general, and that leaves you open of like pushing shield patterns and like mixing up. And also, just whiff punishing, but thing there, you want to do like a falling forward air, unless you're hard reading you jumping, but that's a big commitment out of the corner. Like right there, the grab just gives me plenty of time. Like it was kind of the right choice because I was shielding, but like the spacing was a little bit off. With your dash attacks, always try and get the cross up so that way they're somewhat safe. I'm surprised that caught you. That backer was just a little bit too low. I would have run right into it. Well, to be fair, if I did dash attack with Poly, you never even know. Good, you're not panicking after things, even care spot. Oops. Very simple, very simple. It's kind of like a 50-50, but usually if you DI away, then it's like really hard for me to get a back air, a down throw. I think I did a down throw. And you can, if, at the very least, jump away. Because if you jump in, then it's easier for me to cover it.
Okay.
Then keep going.
Yeah. We'll do one more with Paolo.
I know I'm happy to do it. Just always want to make sure I'm not just like mashing start and then you're like, oh wait, Ike, Fox, or want another character.
Right.
Feel bad for any Paulo in your region that has to you a lot because you're probably going to get really good at the matchup from figuring stuff out with me. I mean, maybe there are Paulos in your region better than me. I don't know, but you're going to know the matchup pretty well, I think. first time I've ever gotten that. It's surprisingly hard to spike wolf up you like that.
Yeah, because it beats a lot of things once it starts going, which is like people gets people off guard.
Nice. The key thing there is that you didn't retreat. Like I myself in that spot thinking that you would like retreat with the back air or something, and then I could just casually drift down. But you were more confident than you were afraid, which I think is pretty crucial in a lot of situations like that where you're not at like extreme risk or anything, but just in a spot where you can make something happen. If you bait nice. If you bait me to grab, like if you have a feeling that you're spacing something in an ambiguous way that might bait me to grab, be ready to punish that grab. He goes so fast. My dash.
That's not what I want to know.
Give me almost a really, really good back here. Very scary, very scary. Just moving around, not committing to stuff. I kill percent to like everything. Want to be, give me a feel. Pushing me back, not let me run right into you, run you around. Oh, nope, nope. That's what I want. That up smash doesn't kill me, it makes me land. I mean, it would kill me if it hit me, but
The point is, it probably won't.
Sometimes it's like a mix of like making the person think that you're going to go for the kill, not actually going for it, and then for it in the right opportunity. The mix-ups on the ground. You were on. I thought you had two stocks for some reason. I thought you had a stock lead. I was very afraid of losing that game. That was
actually a stock down, so I'm actually I got pretty far. So
I was, I guess just the way you were playing was intimidating me enough to feel like I was like losing even worse than it was. But yeah, like just so many of the situations you just wait a little bit longer, and then like when you were aggressive, you kept mixing it up. Like you were going for dash attack sometimes, grab other times. Stuffing out my jumps with back airs and stuff like that, and you start to see this effect of like that pressure creates. Because I've had a lot of players in my coaching experience that like they'll be like really good players, or they'll understand a lot of things really well. Then they'll be like, but what can I do? I can't punish anything this person does. They can do this. I can't do anything about that. They can do this and blah blah blah. But then I'm like, you make it so the person doesn't feel comfortable doing any of those things, or put yourself where you can punish them before they do something,
Right.
which is what you're really doing. Like especially if I'm a kill percent, I can't be jumping around when Wolf has that back air. A lot of other threatening options. There's a lot you can get off that stuff. Don't have to press a nair there. Just before I got the grab. Wait there. All new coming from you. Scary. Nair there. Oh, you fast fell to avoid the explosive
Yeah.
flame unlike reaction. Yeah, with the explosive flame, it's just typically I can only put it in one spot. So just kind of keep that spot in mind and then like neutral air dodge if you're gonna drop into it or whatever.
Mhm.
And then make sure you're not jumping into the spot. It's something that you don't have to react to off stage unless like the poly like goes off stage. I don't know. Usually you don't have to react. It's just something you can work on there. Make sure that the things that you're doing which are working better that you're in control of them though, because I feel like you're throwing out more moves in good areas, but against people who play more campy or like more defensive than that might leave you more open. So just make sure you're constantly like using what you're using because of for a particular reason.
Uh, Play Ike now. I want to try to see a different
Yeah.
matchup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
like the good thing about all of it is that, well, I mean, for one thing, it's working and you're capitalizing on the way I play disadvantage really well. But and you're also reacting. Like I feel like you're a lot of times you're hitting where I am. You see where I am. You're looking at my character, all that good stuff. Definitely, I had to play a lot safer in that last game. I have to like commit a lot less. I couldn't just run around you like I wanted to. Yeah. So like if you get a little bit, you can leave yourself vulnerable. You gotta find those pauses in between when you're going for all that pressure and then when you stop. That'll really give you big openings because your opponent's just going to be expecting you to keep throwing out moves and pressuring them every step of the way. I did not hit that. That's a dead Ike. Usually like another dash attack if you're reading tech out.
Oh, you're doing up air, not initially.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, right? The big swing over that. Yeah, it was kind of silly of me to do two of them, but like I still know what you're saying. Like if you saw that it was up here, you probably just wouldn't have gone to that spot anyway.
Yeah, because taking the chance on that's pretty bad.
The move is just giant. I should take a look at the hitbox for that.
It's pretty big. I mean, I've been practicing eye confirms all day yesterday and today,
Right.
so
You use them at all at the tournament?
yeah, I did. I used him. I used him against Zelda. So,
Yeah, yeah. Freaking Zelda, dude.
which I took game one. I did really good. I pushed him out and everything. It was great.
Nice. Sometimes, like, even if your character does okay in a matchup, which I'm Wolf Zelda is pretty good for Wolf, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, having another character that makes it more comfortable is a really nice benefit sometimes. Except for lasers. Ooh, okay.
That was an accident.
Yeah. Smash 4, that was sometimes people would do that, but in this game, uh, offensive air dodge is not really a thing.
I forgot that it moves that far.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but it worked out, whatever. I don't know why I thought that would break. Ganon's would break, but... Well, really?
Oh yeah, it's really safe. It's his safest.
No, I know.
Or safest move on shield. So.
I know it's really safe, but still, I like reacted as soon as it happened and did the dash tag. I thought I would because you can whip punish it if you have like opportunity. Oh, I killed myself.
That was terrifying, but yeah.
I thought I had it. I don't know. I was like also in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, this is gonna work, right? Nice. I mean, even though the grab didn't work out there, just a wolf's movement. Still, you're still too grab happy in general. Just that, like, even if you have like a feeling that a grab's gonna work out, you can play it a little bit safer and just go for like a spaced forward air, and then see if the person held shield like you wanted them to. Jesus, it always surprises me how strong it is.
I held out first. I don't know why, and then I don't know what I was thinking.
It might have been bad. It's such a weird move to DI also because it's like you don't want to die off the top. I think you probably would just hold in.
Yeah. At a higher percentage, you might want to hold out a little bit.
It depends where you are on the stage. Like, it's tough to say because I'm not actually 100% sure the angle is, but I know like zero suit up B you want to hold down, for example, because it sends you like perfectly diagonally. So you just do LSI, which is like,
yeah.
I don't know what you know about that or not, but DI in this game is like so complicated, it's unnecessarily. Obviously, that kind of thing is simple and experience getting hit by something and knowing what the right thing to do is. That actually hit.
Nope. I'm surprised that killed, but I guess rage.
Yeah, I think the stage has a pretty low ceiling too. But grab probably buffered like the wrong way or something. The dash. You want to dash back in. Did not think I was in your grab range.
I didn't know if you were either, so I tried it.
Sometimes that's the only one way to find out, right? Gotta grab me there, but that's what I mean. Like if you put me in a situation like that, or like think that I can grab you and I can't, capitalize on that. Like be ready to throw it up for it. It's easy to get into a bad habit of doing, but if you don't, then it work. Yes. Good. Oh my god, that buffered. I pressed up B before you lasered me. man. Laser though. Slow it down. I like it. It's getting scary. I've just got to slow it down. Oh, footstool.
No. No.
I'll take it because I don't think you meant to footstool me, or did you?
No, I didn't mean to footstool you, but that was getting creepy. I'm
Oh,
surprised I didn't get
Jesus,
hit
dude.
with the sword. That's what I was more scared about. And then I was like, oh, this is not what I expected. Because that's the
We got
case.
time for what was that?
I said, if that was the case, then I could have just held down and then skipped the ledge and then killed you with it.
That was very, very, very interesting. And then the forward smash also barely missed me because I buffered in up B because I was like, where the heck am I? Like, I'm not dead. Might as well up B, I guess. I just said, we got time for one more. So if you want to do the same matchup or whatever, just let me know.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that, I mean, it was really scary. I don't know what you were trying to go for offstage, but I thought that you might have gone for a down air, like before you
Yeah.
went off. I
Right.
was being like extra careful and staying super low, and then I got footstool and I was like, oh no, the classic option select to go for there, but not going for a grab when you don't
Oh, I
have
forgot the jab
one.
blocks.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I should not be just mashing A here. I need to attack. Going for a forward tilt. I wonder if you like grab the first few frames. Just safe. Wow. Oh, I jumped. Nicely done. Scared, you're in control. That must maybe DI'd that way. With those jumps, patience. What a way.
I thought the
Apologies.
forward tilt will come out fast enough. That's
I'm
alright.
surprised it didn't. Yeah, I guess it probably they're better off just shield because if I'm gonna go
It's
into, you can probably
punishable.
up smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I don't use that move into people's shield. Really close, obviously. Um, I think something I may have talked about is it's you have a lead, maintaining the lead can sometimes be harder, especially since like you'll be at lower percent, so you can get comboed and the other person gets momentum and everything like that. And then it's very easy also to start like if you're down, or excuse me, if you're up, and it's like one player has a taste of of a comeback and the other person has a taste of losing victory. So it's a very interesting thing, and it's almost more difficult to win a game when you're ahead sometimes.
Yeah.
Just something to think about. It's purely conceptual. But yeah, that's all for today. Any questions? Anything before we go?
No, I think it was pretty good. I think today went really well, and I think the improvement showed really through today. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Every time it's like even like over the course of this session, which shows that like you're kind of adapting with what you have implemented. It's like from the beginning of this hour to the end, I felt like I was playing a different person almost.
right, yeah. I don't know. I'm very proud. It's work. It's my record still isn't there. I know you can't really base your skill off of that because you never know. Like I don't know matchups and stuff. And that definitely matters and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you know, it's just a matter
I'm
of
quite
time.
proud as well. I'm quite proud as well. It's been very quick. I can tell that you're, putting in a lot of work on your own end to get better. You
Absolutely.
know where to reach me in the future. Whatever you want to do, we can always do it. And yeah, man, have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.